Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to get this side of the addition completely done. Or at least that's my plan. All this side needs now is the lower furring, which should go on fairly quick. I'll just get something to kneel on, and it's, well, maybe a dozen of them. And then the corner. And then once all the furring's on, I need to get the house wrap on this side. That will wrap it up for the winter, literally. I'm not sure if I can do that or not, because I gotta clean in there and get the house wrap cut inside. So I don't know. We'll see once I get to it. If it doesn't look like that's going to happen, I'll just continue onto this side and keep going. These two sides are by far the most important to get the house wrap on, because XPS foam is very sensitive to ultraviolet rays. And, well, all building materials are for the most part. Like the vinyl windows and stuff are fine. But this flashing, the seam tape, the XPS, all of that stuff is very sensitive to ultraviolet rays and needs to be covered. Then next spring, we're going to get the siding put on. The siding right there is on the same stuff as what you're seeing here. It's attached right to the furring, and then there's vents that allow air to travel up behind the siding. I'll show you that. Oh, not today, but they're 3/4 inch thick corrugated vents that go in between these slats here at the top and bottom, so no bugs and stuff can make nests in there, or mice, and they allow airflow. On this, it's going to be a little different than the rest of the house because of so many windows. The air will have to come up and go around the window and then continue upwards. Okay, I'm going to take Izzy for her walk. We have to go down our rock road here today because there is a hunter down that road. The neighbor has one of their relatives hunting there. I really need to pick this stuff up. This is the stuff from yesterday. Don't have a lot of time to do it. Today is the best day in the 10-day forecast, so I really want to get as much done as possible. So I'm going to hurry this walk up as much as I can, and I'll get back with you up there. It's kind of problematic taking her for a walk this way because this is so steep and quite deep. It's rock at the bottom, and she wants to go down there really bad. I've already told her no twice, and so she ran up ahead where I can't see her. There she is. I don't know. Whoa. This way is a bit more difficult than the normal walk, but got to do it when there's hunters down there. Izzy! 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 Wrong way! They get their nose to the ground smelling tracks, and they can't hear anything until you yell loud enough. Yeah, there's tracks everywhere. Squirrels, mice. Yeah, that's what Izzy's just going nuts at all the tracks here. Yeah, you can see how steep this is, and with snow and ice, it's really dangerous. And I don't, hey, up, Izzy, up here. Okay, well, at least the stressful part is over, and she's not going to fall down in the ravine there. So let's finish this up and get to work. Chair in the woods. This right here is what I call the North Woods. This is where I did all that hack and squirt and planted all the prairie grasses and used 2,4-D to kill back the invasives, all that stuff. I'm going to take a trip through here one of these days soon and see what kind of tracks and stuff are in there. Be interesting to see what the deer are doing with this evolving habitat. This right here is the North Prairie, which is pretty much all cleared now and is planted with big blue stem for the most part. Nothing much to see here, but I do want to see if the rabbits have gone by that chestnut tree, American chestnut tree. You can see the black protector on it. I'm going to do a video on how to make those. I already did a video on making them, but I didn't explain, you know, the ins and outs of it, so I'm going to do that. All right, now back to work. There's the chestnut. You can see a rabbit came through right here, went around it here as well, came through right here, came right up to it, and then couldn't get at it because of the tube there. And then I'm not sure what this that looks like a bird hopping, probably, you know, picking at the seeds on the ground right there. So far so good. I'm just worried the deer are going to come and bite the tops off of these and the ends. I really need to get out here, this tree and my bur oaks, and spray them with deer repellent. And then you got to do that. Oh, I probably do it every 3 weeks. You're supposed to do it every month, but it wears off before that. Okay, get going, get going. Okay, I got what I believe is the location of my first slat. So that will go, it has a bevel at the top, 10-degree bevel, so I got to get those right. And that should be flush with the bottom down there and right up against that line. And hopefully it's right. It looks like it's off compared to this. I don't know, maybe those are right. Kind of looks like it. Oh, yeah. I don't know, we'll see. Once I start putting them in, if I miss a stud with any of them, I can just readjust. No big deal. And then I'll fill any holes with foam. But basically, that's all I have to do. And work my way across. I need to tape this joint, which is no big deal. Need to tape this. And a bunch of taping up there. Cut that foam off, get this taped, and get the corner on. That will finish up the furring for this side. And then, like I said before, I'm not sure if I'll go with and put the house wrap on right away, or if I'll just continue on this very nice day, just continue and work my way across this side as well, getting the furring on. I'll decide that when I get to it. It's going to take a little while. Once I get to this corner, there's a good amount of work to do to get this corner on, so we'll see where I'm at after that. Okay, time to get started. got all my slats on, and I started taping up the corner. Well, actually, I'm almost done taping up the corner, but you can see where I have that board is too long by, oh geez, I don't know. It's got to be maybe 3/8 or so. So I got to get up there and cut that off. I'm trying to figure out what to use, and I think it's probably oscillating tool to the rescue again. I was going to take the belt sander and sand it flush, but you know, that's a lot of jerking around, and I'm on frozen ground on a hill with my ladder. So I put a couple boulders underneath it. Just coming down from the ladder a second ago, I slipped here earlier, a couple days ago. It's on one of the videos. Did the same thing, came down the ladder and just took one step and said, shh. Didn't fall, but it's possible one of these times. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Just take the oscillating tool to that little chunk there so I can get this last seam taped, and then get this corner on and then go to lunch. This water, the roof has been melting all morning. I could see it when I was up there before, and it just started dripping just a few seconds ago, right before I started filming. Luckily, I had figured it was going to do that and wanted to get this stuff done before I started getting wet. This one may or may not drip any water. I think it's a little lower in the middle. Izzy, are you supposed to be over there? Are you being naughty? She's calling you. Okay, so I'm going to go grab the oscillating tool, cut that thing off, and try to get this corner on. Okay, I am all ready for my corner. Got everything taped up. I got a couple clamps and some caulk up at the top. I'm just going to put a bead around the top. What I'm going to do is get this stood up right here, and then get Cindy, and then I'll go up the ladder, and then between the two of us we'll hold it onto the corner. I'll throw a couple clamps up there and then come down and press it nice and tight where I want it, and throw a screw in either direction, and then do it up higher, and then go up to the top and throw a couple in up there, and then I should be able to just add screws at will then. I just got to make sure, like everything else, that I don't throw too long of a screw in that upper part, or I'll poke right into my roof there. Alright, I gotta let this cat in. I'll stand this up and we'll get this corner on. You want to go in, big girl? Maisie May? Okay, oh, we got a dog there too. Nope, you stay in. Maisie, go ahead. Okay, the corner is in. Got a lot of melting. It's so warm out here. It is like 43, 44 degrees with sun and no wind. It's just beautiful out here. So I'm just going to take a real quick lunch and come out here, and I want to get this caulked. I had to use whatever caulk I had squeezed out already because the tube blew up. That's the second one that blew up out of, I must have got 8 of them, so 25% blew up so far. OSI Max, oh, thank you. That's the mini split. If you're unaware of what they do, they both heat and cool. They heat down to 0 degrees. They do a pretty good job. It's nice and tight, but it's going to get caulked anyways, because when this wood sits out in the sun, it might, do a little bit of curling and come away from the foam. And I want to keep it nice and tight there. So I'll throw in a new tube of OSI Quad Max when I come out, get that joint done, and then I do believe I will just continue with the furring, get as far as I can, because I'll be working in the shade and it'll be nice to have it fairly warm out. Tomorrow the wind will be coming out of the southeast, which is like that direction right there, which is unusual for the winter. So it'll be blowing on this wall right here. So maybe tomorrow I can work on the back. It shouldn't take too long to get the house wrap on here. I'm going to cut it in strips, a strip for down below, a strip for each side, and a strip for the top. The hardest part is going to be going around them scuppers. And I might have to, I'm not sure. For the scuppers, when they put the siding on, you have to flash around just about everything. So I might have to make flashing for the scuppers. But I'm not going to get this all perfect this winter. I can do all that stuff in the spring. So I might just tape right to the copper. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna head to lunch. Okay, that'll wrap it up. This side is completely ready to go. I can start putting house wrap on it anytime I want. And this side has all of the long slats that I have cut installed. I still need, looks like 3 more over there, 2 or 3. And then I still need a long slat at the far end over there as well. So tomorrow, this needs 3 shorts here, and 2 or 3 of these long ones, and a corner, and I can start putting on the house wrap. I got to tape this as well, so it's a fair amount of work. But tomorrow is going to be, it's going to be 10 degrees cooler than today and breezy with the wind coming from that direction. So it's going to be a bit unpleasant over here. I might work on this stuff. Who knows? We'll see what it's like. So if you want to see that stuff, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon so you're notified when I post new videos. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. And if you give the video a thumbs up and or share it, it helps the channel greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.